Hi, this is Sebastian, KB0TTL. Today we're going to show you how to input a scan list into the 578 mobile. As you can see is scanning here for us. We're going to go ahead and show you how to put in a scan list and then also identify one of these front panel buttons here as your scan button to start and stop the process. I'm going to step over to the computer here just to show you right quick how to enter everything. As it is mainly something that we do with the code plug to get the channels into a scan list. So I'm just going to step on over and we will proceed. We're going to go ahead and scan some frequencies here today. So we're going to go ahead and set up a scan list here right quick to scan just a group of frequencies here that we've picked out. This is using the 578 mobile. And this process should also work for the handheld, the 878 handheld series. So here we go. First of all, we're going to go into our scan list. And I've actually already created a scan list here. I'm going to show you the details of how we would go ahead and do that. So the scan list that I created is to scan local channels. And we have all of our channels going up through channel 25 is how many channels I currently have in my code plug. I've put a few analog frequency channels, a few local channels here into my scan list. So basically, what I can do, I can add or remove channels into the scan list using these arrow buttons here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 channels that we're going to scan through. And I believe you can add pretty much as many as you like into your scan list here. As a lot of folks just want to scan maybe a zone, maybe 5, 6 channels, maybe 20 or 30. But whatever you'd like, you could scan either analog or digital channels. You can do. So this scan list here has 6 channels in it here total. Let's see here. For each channel that we want to scan, we're actually going to need to go in and pull up and modify the properties of. That is, for each channel we want to scan. So suppose you already have some analog channels, some digital channels entered, but you want to add those to your scan list. Okay, so you already have your channel entered here. Obviously, it's already in memory. You're already using it. Default, it's going to say you don't want it in any scan list, so it's going to say none. So you're going to want to add it to the scan list that you created. In this case, the scan list that you just saw with the 6 channels in it is scan local. So we're going to go through and we're just going to add these analog channels into scan local. So each individual channel that you want to scan not only has to be in the scan list itself, but the channel itself then has to be appropriated to that scan list. So that's going to work both ways here, actually. So that is what's getting a lot of folks here kind of caught up and kind of caught off guard, is that you have to go ahead and do both of those. Another thing, to turn your scan function on and off, if you haven't already done this, you're going to want to specify one of the push buttons on the front of your radio. So in this case, we're looking at the CPS here for our 578 mobile. And our 578 mobile has the 6 function keys on the front. So what I went ahead and did here at this time, you can use any function key you like. If you have a 578 handheld, you can use any function key you like, be it long press or short press. But in this case, because we have the mobile, that's what we're demoing here for this particular instance, I went ahead and used P6, or the P6 button, and I selected scan to turn scan on and off out of this menu here. Alright. So then when you do turn your radio on, after you write all of this to your radio, you would simply go into the zone where one of the channels is that you want to scan is located. Select that channel and push the scan button, and it'll scan everything within that scan list. So that is how you would do that, is that button would turn that feature on and then off again. And that would be how you'd want to go ahead and create your scan list. That would be how you'd want to go ahead and allocate the channels that you've created into the scan list. And then that would be how you'd want to go in and set your push button to turn that scan function on and off. So we showed you how to go ahead and program in your scan list via the CPS. Now, once you get to your radio here, basically what you're going to do if you need to change scan lists is, suppose one of your VFO frequencies is in one of your scan lists, but it's not in another. To change scan lists, instead of actually physically going in and changing the list, what you're simply going to do is select the VFO channel that displays the frequency that is in the list that you want. And as long as that frequency is within the list that you want, it's going to scan that list that that frequency lies in. So in this case, we used the P6 button for our scan button, and you could program many of these as shown in the video as you want, but we have P6 set for our scan button. So we just simply go ahead and set the VFO frequency of one of the frequencies that's in the scan list that we want and press our scan button. It's going to scan all the channels that are in that same scan list. What you may want to do is you may want to subdivide your channels out into zone. Namely, a channel that you create in CPS can only be assigned to one scan list. So in other words, you're going to have to duplicate that channel entry somewhere in the scan list and somewhere in another zone if you want to use that same frequency in a separate scan list. So mind the zone that you're in when you go to push the scan button, and mind the frequency you're on, because whatever that particular VFO channel is set for, the scan list that it's set for, you're going to get that scan list when you push the scan button for that frequency. And that's how it's subdivided. I hope you're enjoying today's video. This is Sebastian, KB0TTL. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. N73.